Welcome
back. I really want to start an ASMR channel. I really enjoyed the ASMR that I did before we hit record. Like, I just want to whisper the whole time.
We should do an episode on all ASMR.
My mom would hate that. One time I was listening to ASMR. I literally don't even want to do it now. But one time I was listening to ASMR, and she said that she felt like demons were talking to her.
Oh.
So she said to turn it off. So I feel like she hates whispering.
No, but we should do it one day. It should be like a challenge where like we whisper the whole time.
I would actually love that.
I would love that too.
Okay. Oh my gosh, look how small the little line is. We're so quiet.
I
Okay. Volume warning. Now we're gonna be loud and proud.
Not only is that warning, I feel like I've said it every single episode for like the last 4 episodes, but this is the second episode favor warning. Because this genuinely is the second episode.
What time is it?
It's 11:30. That was a noise.
That's how I feel.
We just finished recording the episode that we just posted, which we talked about how we were going to be recording this after. Yes. I don't think we were expecting it to be this late, but here we are. And like, we have been really bad about recording twice in one day.
I know.
Which is what we normally like to do because it's nice to have a backup.
We had to lock in.
And we needed to lock in and clean it up. Even though it's so late, like, next week is going to be so crazy with holidays. Like, we can't risk, like...
You're so real. Like,
you know what I mean?
So insane.
We can try, but, like, if we don't get to it, then we have another week, we're good. Mm-hmm. So it's like...
No, that's real.
We needed to get this one done.
Yeah. No, that actually kind of relates to my low tide.
What is it?
It's actually not like that crazy. I was just thinking of my low tide. Obviously, we talked about last episode, my short-term memory loss. And so everything's freshly recent. But I was just thinking about like things that I did this week that stuck out. And today was just a heck-a-da-doodle. Heck-a-da-doodle. It wasn't bad. It's just like my person, like some people, like they can go. I personally, like, it's so funny because, like, I'll say, like, oh my gosh, today's been busy, and people are like, oh, that's literally just how every day is. Like, I'm like, guys, I work so much, and they're like, girl.
Well, yeah, I guess as you get older, you do adapt, your capacity grows, but it's not that we necessarily enjoy it, you just kind of don't have a choice.
That's what so, I don't know, I just, like, am really bad with, like, go. And, like, my life lately has been, like, go. And, like, I've been struggling with just, like, I've been missing my just sitting down and watching TikTok time.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'll get home and I miss my just sitting and watching TikTok time. So I'll do it at night. And then I'm, like, getting horrible sleep. Yeah. And it's just been messing with me. So, like, it's honestly not even that bad of a low tide because it's, like, I'm so busy and it's, like, just have so many amazing like plans and good things going on. But also like today specifically, like thinking like just rushing from like one thing to the next, like it was constant go. Like even after work I like got off and I immediately wanted to go to like flag football, and like so I was like trying to like get things together, and like I like hadn't eaten, so like I was rushing I just hate rushing. I know this is my low tide in the past.
No, I'm the same way.
But like just that go feeling. And I had a lot of caffeine today because I have been sleeping horribly.
So you're really go.
So no, but like all my emotions are heightened on caffeine.
Okay.
Like I literally feel like I'm on major drugs. Like I feel like I'm on drugs. Like I can't express, because obviously you're pretty new to caffeine at this point in your life. If I have caffeine, I had not even a full matcha at this point when I was feeling like this.
You had a matcha?
Yeah, I love matcha. That's what I drink at work. Wait,
I didn't know that. I thought you were a chai girl.
I love chai too, but matcha recently...
Because I remember you were telling me that Monet was the matcha girl, I thought, and you hadn't tried it because you knew that it had caffeine, and we were talking about how like you either love it or you hate it because some people think it tastes like dirt. But other people love it. I
don't remember. But I love matcha lately. I don't know what it is. And I think it's because our work just recently got like this. It's a ceremonial grade matcha. And it comes like from Japan. It's like this good matcha. And I literally...
What does it taste like? I've only had bad matcha, I feel like. And it's been so long. I don't even remember.
It does. I wouldn't describe it as dirt. I would describe it as like almost like an earth. I always put lavender in mine, and I put like rose and stuff. I like the floral. I like to lean into the earthiness. Okay. So like I feel like I'm drinking like a field of flowers. That's what I envision.
I don't know if I like that, but okay.
I love it.
I see the vision.
Except it's funny though, because I drink it so slowly again, because today was so busy, like at work, like I didn't even have time to like sip. So I literally was like rushing around. I showed up to flag football with like maybe a quarter still in there, but it's been there since 10 a.m. So I'm like drinking this warm, kind of grainy matcha because it kind of separates. And I had everyone try it, and they all thought I was disgusting and thought it tasted like throw up. I love it personally. But anyways, I was saying, so I had matcha and it has caffeine. So like all my emotions are heightened. So like I'm literally at Publix. I'm crying in Publix today. I don't know why. Like I literally, it was just like so stressed that I had to eat and then I was running late that I just start crying. I'm like on the phone with my mom, just telling her my plans. And I'm like, Mom, I don't know why I'm crying. People probably thought like someone died or something. Like I don't know what's wrong with me, but like I just hate. Okay? No, I'm literally so fine.
Are you okay being here?
No, I'm literally so fine. I just like, no. I don't know what my problem is. Like I just like, if I don't have like a solid time to just decompress. With that
caffeine?
No.
Then that's why.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like everything was just heightened. So I was literally so fine, and like I am fine, but just the caffeine heightening my emotions. Like I feel like I'm on drugs and I'm like drunk or something. I don't know. Like I feel like everything. Like the drunk, what's it called? Like what is it called? Like the side effects, I guess, that people say. Like I feel like that's what I have on caffeine.
Loopy? Like,
I don't know. Like I just feel not in my right mind, which is so funny. It's like
I'm telling you that thing. Like I felt like I was seeing a different side of you. Like you were like, it was weird.
No, like you should have seen me earlier. Like when it was like when I was at peak caffeine, I felt like a different
Girly
person.
pop, maybe you were in the right to like not be drinking caffeine.
I know, like it like affects me so weird, and I don't know why. Anyways, that was a really freaking long low tide, but
that is a low tide though.
Yeah.
Dang.
Me crying in Publix. It was actually good though, because they had everything I wanted. Like I literally had no reason to cry because I like their spicy popcorn chicken. Yeah. I show up, they have one left, it's overflowing, and I'm like, how blessed am I? Yeah. And then I was like, I kind of want like a sandwich too. And then they had like the perfectly 4 sliders of the sandwich I love from them. I'm like, everything's so good right now. She needs to calm down. She hasn't.
You need to clean it up.
I need to clean it up. Clean it all up.
Dang.
But I think the caffeine's slowly wearing off. Just kidding.
My low tide is I have like neck pain right now. Like you see me, like I'm like constantly like kind of stretching my neck. I feel like ever since, which I also want to preface that I love my new job. I really, really do. But there is like differences in how it affects your body. Like when I was teaching, I was moving a lot. Like don't get me wrong, I had times where I was sitting at my desk and looking at a computer, but it was also a very active job. I was walking a lot. I was going up and down stairs all day. I was on my feet a lot teaching. And now that I'm working and it's a desk job, I feel like it's caused some more strain on my neck because I'm looking down more. And so now like it's just my neck is more prone to like being sore and like it's just kind of painful. It's a little bit, it feels more sore now than it does pain like it was before. Like I have my range of motion, but it is bothering me. I think I need to like, I have like my cupping chiropractor guy, and I think I just need to see him like once a month or something like that, like just for like routine for my neck. Because I do think that it's adding strain to it that I just didn't really have before. Because I swear it's like if I sleep on it wrong one night, like it's like the pain is like exacerbated because of my job. And then it's hard because like the past couple days when I've been working, it's hard for me to focus on work because every time I go into that position to look down, it hurts my neck. So I'm like constantly like stretching it. I'm in pain, and it makes it hard to focus.
Have you ever thought about like getting almost like the stands or something, or like a standing desk?
I've thought about that, but to be honest, like with I know it doesn't really seem like it now, but like my job does require a lot of paperwork.
So you're looking at
and it's just like there's a lot of organizing, and it would have like those tiny desks that stand up all the way wouldn't be able to hold everything that I need.
That's not practical,
No, and especially because I use dual monitors as well. So I just don't think it would actually be very practical, and I think it would drive me nuts. So I don't know. I think I just need to like include some rehab movements for like my neck and my upper back, and just kind of like get it routinely like flushed out.
Right.
You know, it is what it is. A lot of people have desk jobs, so I'm not the only one.
No, but yeah.
Because like we have movements in the gym like handstand push-ups where there is pressure that's being put on your neck, and it normally doesn't bother me, and now if I do them, like my neck gets really mad. And I'm like, I know it's because of the job and just the position that my neck is sitting in constantly. Right. So that's part one of my low tide. And my other part of my low tide is that like almost now all my Christmas cookies are gone because I've eaten them all.
Someone else is eating one too.
And Milo. And so now
that is tragic though.
I need to make more, which goes into like another, it's not a low tide, it's like a high tide. Like we're having Thanksgiving obviously like with my mom this year, and I'm super excited, and I love now that I'm like able to help and like start like cooking things, and which obviously this episode is going out like after Thanksgiving, but happy December, oh my goodness. But goodness, I kind of understand it now, like of what my mom has probably been feeling all these years of just like the stress of leading up to that holiday, and the amount of, especially like for Thanksgiving, there's just so much prep.
Right.
And like I'm literally thinking about my work schedule, and I'm like, okay, I need to have time to like go to the grocery store to buy these things and then like actually cook them, because you know a lot of Thanksgiving you can't start cooking on Thanksgiving Day.
No.
Like you have to start 1 or 2 days in advance. Some people even do it like a week like a couple days in advance for like desserts, like things that can stay in the fridge, you know, or like desserts that don't need to be heated up. You know, so like I just have like, and so me and my cousin are helping out with quite a few dishes. We're making the baked mac and cheese. We're making sweet potato casserole, sweet corn casserole, green bean casserole, and then we're trying to make like 1 or 2 desserts.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
We have a lot.
That's a lot.
Now, like the casseroles are not difficult. Like green bean casserole, you honestly dump it into a pan, throw it in the oven. The sweet potato casserole, once you make the sweet potato, like the filling part of the casserole, like the top, it's really not that difficult. Yeah. Like none of those are really like super complicated. We're gonna be up late though, like because we're cooking it all on Wednesday night. Like that's the only time that we have to do it. But like you also still have to work.
Like it's kind of fun though. I don't know. It is like making a moment.
It is, but then I'm also like, I don't want to like not work out at all this week. I don't know. It's so I'm just trying to like think of my schedule, because I'm seeing Wicked on Monday, which is like high tide.
Real.
But I already had like talked about my whole Wicked moment, so I'm not gonna like overbear it. But I'm seeing Wicked on Monday. And then it's like, but I still have to work, and I'm still coaching Monday and Tuesday night. And then it's like, I'm working on Wednesday, but then Wednesday is my day to cook. So then I'm just like,
life is just so busy.
It's just a lot. It's a
so
lot.
Good, but busy, yeah.
But like, honestly, Wednesday night, if I gotta pull almost an all-nighter to get this stuff done, like, that's just what, it's gonna be a memory.
You know, you gotta make the best of it. Like,
we do.
Hopefully you guys get like overtired. It's like silly fun, you know? Yes. Because I love that.
Which goes right into my high tide, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so my high tide is my cousins that are helping me like bake and make and cook these things. We kind of have like started doing that together for the past couple of years. We all got together the other night and we had like a little Christmas party. And it was really fun, like, because my house is, like, now fully, like, decorated on the inside for Christmas. Yeah. And I had, like, the Hallmark Channel on with all the cheesy Christmas movies playing.
That's the best, yeah.
And I had, like, some Christmas music kind of playing in the background. And so we were, like, we want to make Christmas cookies. So, like, at that point, we had, like, muted the TV. We were blasting Christmas music and, like, dancing and, like, baking the cookies. And, like, it's, like, with family. That's and it's so just, fun. It was literally, like, it was so fun. We had such a great time. The cookies came out, like, so well. Yeah, like, that was, like, I don't know. I really want to dive into the holiday season. That's why, like, I wanted to take on a lot for Thanksgiving. Like, obviously, stress is going to come with that. But, like, I don't know. I feel like the past couple of years, I've, like, breezed over the holidays. Or I haven't really... Maybe I haven't been intentional about soaking it in. You know, and I feel like there's so much magic that comes with the holidays when you're a kid, and as an adult you just start to feel it less. Yeah. And it makes me really sad, and I don't want, like, being an adult as an excuse is so lame. Like, we can still feel, I'm sorry, I just moved the table. We can still feel that holiday magic. I think because we put so much stress on the planning of it and creating these environments for other people to enjoy that we forget to enjoy it too. And which is such like a Martha Mary kind of story, you know what I mean? Like, we're so caught up in doing everything and cooking and cleaning everything and planning everything that like sometimes like you just need to sit and like enjoy it, you know? And so I'm just trying to be like more intentional. I'm trying like not to just stress about the money of buying gifts and not just stress about cooking all of the right things or having all the perfect decorations, but just like setting intentional time to like watch Christmas movies with family and like, you know what I mean? Just slow down a little bit. Yeah. So I'm really, so like that was like a really good like kick off like Christmas night where I can actually like feel like I'm in the Christmas spirit, and like the weather is kind of cooler right now, which isn't normally my thing, but I do enjoy it around this time of year because I do think it helps get into the Christmas spirit. Like, it's hard to sing along to songs about it being cold or snowing and it's like 80 degrees outside, even though if I could take a vote, I would vote for it to be warm, you know, but like, I do like it. I don't like it. Once it gets in the 50s, bro, like I'm out. Like I'm done. But like 65, I'm chill with. As long as I have the appropriate layers, I'm chill with. And like there's a little nip in the air. And it's like, oh, it's kind of cold. You want to drink hot chocolate? Like, it's fun. It's fun. But if I'm stuck outside with no layers, in the cold, literally just like kill me. Like, it doesn't matter. Just like end it. End it all there. But you know what I mean? So, I'm just trying. I'm getting into the holiday season. It's the beginning of December now that this episode is going up. But I've started early, and I don't care what anybody says. Once Halloween's over, it's Christmas season, baby, and I need to start it. I need to start it soon because it takes me a while, I think, to get there because, like, there's so much to do, like, and to set up. I need the time to set things up and be able to enjoy it, and I cannot do that if I start on December 1st.
Yeah. I just love to, like, prolong it as long as possible,
That's what I'm saying.
Because then it's just, like, I don't want to, because, bro, the fact that it's already December is absolutely insane. Like, you know, like, I feel like we have to really, because I know how fast it's going to go, so, like, I want to make it as long as possible.
I agree. But anyway, that was my really long low into high tide. I just monopolized the whole conversation.
No, you're good. My high tide is so funny because, like, I know we're talking about, like, Christmas, which is, like, obviously the season of, like, giving gifts and da-da-da-da. But my high tide is low-key. I've been shopping for myself, which is actually so bad, but, like,
I kind of love that for you.
Girl
needs You've been treating yourself.
She needs to stop. Because it's not good.
What have you bought? Can I ask?
Yeah. So part of my high tide too is I love, like, call me crazy. I love shopping in store. Oh, I literally went to, like, the mall the other day and I just shop. Like, I love, and, like, if they have Christmas decorations, like, I go into the stores, like, I'm just looking, I'm shopping, I'm buying things. Like, I freaking love it. Even if I'm not buying anything, I love just, like, window shopping. I just love, like, shopping.
I do get burned out pretty quickly.
That's real.
I do really enjoy. I can't do
it with people though. Like, I struggle. Like, I can't go with someone because, like, I'm constantly worried about, like, oh, they're probably done. Like, let's leave the store. Like, I just, like, I like to just look at things, like, at my own pace. Like, if I go with someone, I feel like I'm too caught up in, like, I don't know. So are you a slow shopper? Sometimes. It's not that I'm a slow shopper. I just want to be a slow shopper if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Okay, like, I don't want to feel... the pressure. Exactly. I don't want to feel like, oh, they probably don't want to go in that store. Like, let's just skip it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I want to go in that random store, let me pull up.
I do like
So I just like the, like, freeing... And sometimes I bring my headphones and I'm just, like, bopping music. I forgot my headphones this most recent time. But I love...
I do enjoy shopping. And going to the stores. But I notice that when I'm done, I'm really tired. Oh, like, it's like shopping, like, completely drains me, and sometimes, like,
I think I literally went home and ate ice cream and slept. I'm not gonna lie.
That's real. Like, there are times, like, there are times where, like, I'm, like, you never get in the mood where I'm like, I want to spend money. Like, I'm in the mood to shop, and I'll go shop, but then it's like, I'll get there and I'll feel my battery drain, and I'm like, oh boy, I want to go home.
JK, let's go.
Like, I'm ready to get out of here. And I don't. It's not that I don't like not shopping with other people. I do like the shopping alone thing. I do like shopping with other people, but I need to shop with people that like to shop at the same pace as I do.
That's what I'm saying. I just get too stressed.
Because I am not a slow shopper. Like, I'm fairly quick most of the time. Like, if I can, like, walk into the store and I'll be like, nope, I don't like anything here. Versus those other people that are like, but we need to look at every single rack and every single piece
I'm not
of
that. I'm like an
clothing.
in-between. I'm not.
And then we need to try it all on. I don't try clothes on.
I don't try clothes on either.
Like, I can, like, walk in and literally be like, no, there's no potential here. Unless it's jeans. That's fair.
Yeah.
Or if it's, like, a dress for special event, like, I will try things on. But, like, if I'm just, like, buying casual clothes, I'm like, no, I'm not. I won't even try on. Like, if we're swimsuits, like, I've learned my body shape so well. I'm like, no, that won't look good. Yes, it will. Whatever. Yeah.
That's fine. I don't feel like I've gone.
But, like, I don't, like, I just don't, I can't, if I spend too much time, I will get so bored. I will get, so I don't know if that's ADHD thing. I don't, if I'm just a fast-paced person.
Fair. I don't know.
But I'm like,
I could not do it if I had caffeine in my system, I'll tell you that much. I would not enjoy it. But no, so I got, like, just some cute, like, shirts and stuff. It was so funny. I went to Hollister and I was smelling their perfumes and I just try them. I'm like a try. So I just like put it on my arm. And I wasn't thinking twice. Like I bought what I bought. And then I left. And I smelled it. Like randomly, I like, got a whiff. I was like, wait, why do I love that so much? I was like, I low-key want a perfume. I was like, but I'm not going to go back. That's so embarrassing. I just bought something from there.
That's not embarrassing.
I was already outside the mall. And I was like, this is just too much work. So I literally looked up like TikTok, like cheap perfumes. Like, 'cause I just was in the mood to buy perfume.
Yeah.
And then I went to Target. And I got... No, surprisingly. Finery? I was about to, Finery. I was literally about to get a renewal of my Vanilla Bean mix bar.
Yeah. Which Finery?
Not the hair mist, because that one obviously doesn't last. It's the perfume.
Yeah, like the actual perfume.
Like round perfume. Yeah, that one. Oh, I was going to renew that, but I didn't do that. I got, it's so funny though, because actually it pisses me off because all the try-me's were empty. So I low-key had to open them. Because I was like, I was going to buy a perfume I can't smell.
Yeah.
Anyways, after a lot of consideration, I spent 30 minutes in this Target perfume section. And it's called Pistachio Please by Finery.
That's the one that I have. It's a Sol de Janeiro. It's a Sol de Janeiro dupe.
Is it really?
Yeah. You don't think it smells like Sol de Janeiro?
I don't know. I haven't smelled Sol de Janeiro in so long because mine's built.
That's sad.
Yeah, I know.
Sol de Janeiro is definitely sweeter and it's stronger because it's higher quality. Sol de Janeiro
is more like caramel-like.
That's the sweeter aspect of it, but I won't lie. The Pistachio Please.
I was reading all the scent. I love Finery comes with scent experiences.
Yeah.
And it said guilty pleasure. I was like, oh.
It does have that pistachio sweetness that the Sol de Janeiro has.
I really enjoy it. It doesn't last that long though. But anyway,
no,
so I got that.
I have that. That's one of my new favorites.
Oh, so good. We twins. Which is honestly hatred for us fours, but it's fine.
But because we're both fours, it's okay.
It's okay.
We're unique together.
Yes, it works. As long as no one else has it. No. But, and then I made a big online order of clothing that I got today.
Nice. What did you order? Like, or not like what? You don't need to go through every item, but like where did you order from?
Cider. It's like this random like clothing website. They had a deal on November 11th. Everything was $11.11.
Oh.
So I went a little crazy, which was probably not good. I have to go through my closet and stuff, but
hey,
I'm just excited to go through that.
Okay, fashionista.
Also, random other high tide. I like this light. I feel like my legs look tan.
I love that for you.
I don't think they do, but like I keep looking down, I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
and then I remember that
Mia didn't realize that the light bulbs that we have here in my house.
She was just going crazy. She was like, oh, not that light. It was like going blue, green, purple.
I was adjusting the light bulb because we have smart light bulbs, and I was like, the light in here was like really harsh, and it just didn't match the vibe. So I wanted to put on like a warmer light.
It's like a low candlelight, and I feel like
it's actually called candlelight. And she just like was freaking out, and then I was like, "Yeah, look at this," and I turned it purple. And
I do not like tan.
You look tan.
Thank you, Hannah.
And like I turned it, I turned it blue, green.
It's trippy.
It was crazy, but we landed on the candlelight.
Yes, it's very warm.
It is
cozy.
Anyways, wow.
I feel like that wasn't even like real. That was just us like updating about random things. I feel like that wasn't like even like a huge like high and low tide.
Listen,
update.
Second episode, guys.
I was gonna say this is just not organized.
It's almost
this is just
midnight.
Literally...
We're gonna get through this. Okay.
Okay.
We've updated. We've yapped. I've told you my high and my low. Mia has told you her high and her low. It's time to talk about the Lord.
Give me an M.
M.
A.
N.
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 A.
A.
H.
H.
All right.
What does that spell? You kind of like dropped the cheerleader vibe and just turned it into a spelling bee.
Yeah.
Manna.
I was trying to think of a different intro, but anyways.
Hia. Because manna is also our names. So flip it around and it becomes Hia. But it's awful. Anyway, we're getting into our manna, our daily bread. Yes. That just happens to be the combination sound of our names.
I know.
Crazy.
I love. But yeah, Hannah, what were you thinking?
We were talking before the episode, before we recorded, and we were trying to think of like what we want to talk about because it's the beginning of December. Yes. It's the beginning of the Christmas season. It's there's a lot of fun things to look ahead, and we didn't want to like come out with just like a full-on Christmas manna at the beginning of December. Like we want to, savor that one, wait for that one. Right. And I had just kind of started thinking about like the wise men and the nativity story and Jesus's birth story, and how like when we watch it or we think about it, we think of, and like even when you look at a nativity scene, you see Mary who is, given birth, and Jesus is there as a baby in a manger, and the wise men are there. But that's not actually accurate of how that scene happened, because it says that biblical scholars believe that the wise men most likely did not actually reach Jesus until he was about a toddler. Like they say, like around 2 years old. And so I was just thinking about this, and I'm like, man, like what a journey. Like they heard about this prophecy of the Messiah being born, and, they made their way, grabbed these gifts and hopped on a camel and traveled so far, being guided by this star, not for a couple months, not for a couple weeks, for years. 2 years. They followed a star and traveled through a desert to a baby boy that they didn't even fully know if it was real or not. It was a prophecy. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I just think about like when we get in those times in our life where we feel stuck, or we feel like we've been doing the same thing, and we don't feel like we're like, God, is this what you want from me? Right. Kind of like what you talked about last episode of the manna, like we want that clarity. Right. Like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Right. is this right? I don't feel like I'm seeing any fruit from what I'm doing, God. I've been in the same job for a couple years now, and nothing's happening. I've been, I felt like you called me to go on this journey, and I've been on this journey for 2 years now, nothing's happening. And I'm like, if that were the wise men and they were to have given up, then they never would have met baby Jesus. Right. And like fulfilled that part of the story of them bringing these gifts to him. And, that was such an important thing. It was so symbolic what they did to bring him these gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh, because those were royal gifts to give to a king. Yet Jesus was not kingly, he
came to be in the most humble, lowly way.
Yeah. Right. And even if they didn't see him lying in a manger, we know that that's ultimately what happened. And it's not as if Mary and Joseph were these securely rich people all of a sudden, right? Like I'm sure they were living normal, humble lives. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it's crazy to think about that journey that they took. And it's crazy to think about how we can be so impatient when we feel like God is leading us in a direction and we just want to get to the destination. Right. We just want to get there. And I feel like there are so many more lessons that are learned on the journey. Right. And there are so many more ways that we grow through discipline, through patience. I mean, I just think of like those fruits of the Spirit, and discipline is just a huge one of like continuing to go, and like the growth in faith to trust God as you're going through this journey, not really fully knowing where you're going to end up, or maybe you do know where you're going. Like the wise men, they're like, okay, I'm following the star to get to the Messiah, but they didn't know how long. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure I don't know if they knew it was going to take 2 years. Maybe they were prepared for that. But even if you are prepared for that journey, imagine being a year in, still traveling and doing the same thing. Right. Like that's such a long, it's such a long time. We're coming to the end of 2024. Imagine from last December going on the same journey
right.
and not seeing any fruit, knowing if you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, that's insane.
And it wasn't only 1 year, it was 2.
Right.
Imagine, like, you get to the end of the year and you realize you still have a whole another year to go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to assume that I know everything about their journey, being away from family. I don't know about any of that. But it's still wild. I mean, the amount of sacrifice that took for them to make that journey.
Right.
To go give this baby Jesus, this toddler Jesus, these symbolic gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it just makes you think. I'm just like, would I have been strong enough to stay on the journey that long? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's really hard, but it just kind of made me think about that story. And we're at the beginning of the Christmas season, and it's the time to start thinking about those things. And we only sometimes think about the destination. We only think about the end product. Like with Christmas, we think about the birth of Jesus, but there was this whole journey and these stories leading up to it. Right. Like so Mary had given birth, but she was also pregnant for 9 months before that. Mm-hmm. And like it totally uprooted her and Joseph's life, because everyone thought Mary had cheated and on Joseph, and like he had to make a huge decision.
I think back then it was even more of a big deal, because if you think about it, like it was just like the rules are so different. Like she should have been stoned like to death.
Yes,
like
literally.
It's not like nowadays, like if you see like a woman that's not married that is pregnant, you don't think twice.
Think anything of it. Yeah,
but like back then I was like,
and the fact that Joseph like defended her and stayed with her when he had every right and reason to not believe it and to leave, is like shows the kind of man that he ultimately chose to be.
Right.
But it's crazy to think about it. And so I think it's just a good reminder to like remind yourself of whatever part of the journey you're in. Maybe you are reaching the destination. Maybe you need to remind yourself that, hey, where you're at right now is what you prayed for last year. Like you're literally living things out that you prayed for.
That's so good.
And if you're not there yet, think of those wise men. Like think of Mary. And like even when she was pregnant, the journey that they took to get to Bethlehem. Like, can you imagine if you are a woman that is listening to this who has kids, imagine writing out your pregnancy on the back of a freaking donkey. In those conditions. I mean, the level of discomfort, like, it just must have been
especially with all wild. Of, like, the opposition, too. Yes. It's not like everyone was like, oh, let me help you. Like, she was literally, like, being denied to stay anywhere.
Yes.
Like, she was
and then imagine after,
being judged because they were like, girl, we know.
Right.
Like,
and then imagine after, like, you give birth and you have this baby, and then the king is sending out a decree to kill
I'll be like,
the baby boys.
I'm not made for this.
You know what I mean? Like, we live real soft, cushy lives.
I'm telling you.
Like, we're soft. But it's just a good reminder, like, as we're getting into the beginning of this Christmas season, that, like, we don't only celebrate the birth of Jesus on the day of Christmas, but, like, let's also honor and respect the journeys that it took to in order for Christmas to happen.
Right.
Yeah. And those stories of faith.
Yeah. And I think even if we compare it, like, to our lives, like, you think, obviously, the birth of Jesus is such a good thing, like, for Mary of the wise men, like, this is, like, it's obviously, it wasn't the peak, but, like, if you're thinking about, like, the whole journey they went through, you're like, oh, this was it, this is what we were, like, waiting for, working towards, but, like, I don't know, I'm trying to, like, put it into words, but, like, obviously, that good day, like, there was that build, like, it couldn't have happened without the build-up. I guess is what I'm saying. Like, I think so many times, especially when it comes to Christmas seasons or just life in general, like, we're all just waiting for that, like, the birth of Jesus, like that December 25th, that Christmas season. But it's like, how are you going to get there? You know, like, what's actually going to be used to get there? We want to skip that part. We want to skip the waiting and the moving. We want to, because God he can do whatever he wants. He could have easily been like, wise men, boom, you're there. Yeah. Mary, or he didn't have to use Mary. He could have just been like, Jesus, you're there. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I think we have to kind of incorporate God and, like, almost pray for the Spirit to reveal to us, like, the build-up.
Yeah.
Why is there a build-up? The importance of the build-up. The goodness that is found in the reaching towards that, what we consider good. And it might not even, like, I think so many times we consider, like, oh, that one blessing is God's goodness. But, like, God's goodness can be defined throughout even stuff that we think is not so good,
Yeah.
Well, so, like, really remembering that going up to it.
And we think about that with so many, like, other biblical stories as well. Like, if you think about Jonah, right? And, like, God had told him the destination was Nineveh, and he didn't want to. And, you know, he went on this whole journey, and he ultimately ended up at that destination. But it was that journey that changed his perspective on the destination, right? Like, that's where he grew, like, was, you know, in the belly of that whale. And I even think about it, like, in our day-to-day lives, is kind of like what we've talked about in the past. You know, I think about it with fitness, shocker. You know, when we were talking about our goals, and, like, if you're only focused on the end goal, like, you're going to miss the practical ways in your day-to-day of how to actually move towards achieving that. And it's also, like, I mean, yeah, like, don't get me wrong. If you would have told me, like, 5 years ago that I would have ended up as, like, coaching, you know, CrossFit, it's like, wow, like, that is so amazing. Like, I can't wait to get there. But I would not trade those 5 years. I wouldn't skip past them. You know what I mean? Because those 5 years, this journey that I've been on, improving myself through health and fitness, is the reason why I got the opportunity to be. It wasn't random.
Exactly. Like, it makes you appreciate it that much more. Yeah.
Yes. Like, there's so much more fruit, or there's so much more. I'm trying to think of the word. There's so much more benefit, I guess, when you can see the end goal, but you can look back and see everything that you've done to earn
every step
that.
to get there.
You know, rather than just being given something just dropped in the palm of your hand. Not that gifts out of nowhere aren't nice, you know what I mean? But, like, working towards that goal and achieving that, and then, like, you know, being able to say, wow, I worked so hard to get here, is so much more rewarding. I guess that was the word I was looking for. It's so much more rewarding. And it's the same thing, like, when we hear about the birth of Jesus, we're like, wow, like, that's amazing. But when you go to think about the lives that God used and the journeys that these people went on for all of this to come together, that's when you're like, wow, the birth of Jesus. Like, it's already amazing by itself. But when you think of, like, Jesus's lineage, like, tying back to David, and you think of these wise men that traveled for 2 years, and you think of Mary and everything that she went through and her relationship, you know, with Joseph and everything, it's like, it just makes you appreciate what happened so much more.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's so true.
Food for thought.
Food for thought.
That's our manna for the day.
I love, like, almost just talking about, like, obviously we're gonna have such good Christmas manna, you know, this month, but, like, just thinking about truly all the aspects and just how much we can gain and just learn from the Christmas story and all of its, like, its
every
entirety.
Aspect. Yeah.
I think it's so cool, so fun. I'm looking forward to all that's gonna come.
Oh,
yeah. So good.
But with it being the beginning of December, we were thinking about how in the beginning of summer, we had our summer bucket list episode of, like, things that we wanted to do by the time summer was over. So we thought maybe we could.
Did we do any of it?
I don't even know if we did any of it.
I have to re-listen to it and be like, girl, you did nothing.
We didn't make those SMART goals. I'm telling you what.
We did not follow our actual goal planning episode.
But now that we have that,
it's obvious we made that after.
Literally. But now that we have that episode, we could really focus to make our Christmas season, December season bucket list of things that we want to do for this Christmas holiday season.
Betty,
you go first. What is something you want to do?
So obviously I just want to do, like, I know you were talking about earlier, but, like, no, because there's so many, like, just traditions that I feel like get lost, especially when you get older, because it's like, oh, you're not a kid anymore, grow up. Yeah. But, like, I'm just looking forward to, like, traditions. Yes. Like, this is random, it just pops in my head. Like, every year my whole family would go to my grandma's house and make Christmas cookies. And, like, that was always, like, a thing we did as kids, and it just seems like now it's like, okay, y'all are grown, like, why are you making cookies? But, like, no, you know, what? Like, it's so special. Yeah. Like, I love that. Like, I'm gonna love, obviously, I feel like Thanksgiving, I think of that as a Christmas season. I don't know what it is. I think of it as literally, like, an event for Christmas, not for Thanksgiving, which sounds crazy.
That's why Santa's at the end of the
And I think it's too, like, I remember after Thanksgiving, like, half of our Thanksgiving was like us using, those magazines, and like we would circle everything we want for Christmas because our parents were going Black Friday shopping. Like I remember that being like a whole thing. Like it was Christmas themed. I am looking forward to all of like the Christmas movies.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to the Christmas movies. I've been starting to listen to Christmas music, which is so random. There's this one song, I think it's by Dolly Parton. It's a Hard Candy Christmas. Bro, that's just that will play at work and I'm like jamming. I love that song.
I feel like you've mentioned like 4 goals.
Okay, sorry. My brain's not working right now. This is
I'm not gonna lie. I'm struggling right now.
I'm so tired.
I'm so
Hard
tired.
Candy Christmas by Dolly Parton. This song's fire. Will this get copyrighted if I play it?
Yeah.
Well, look it up yourself.
Listen to it though, guys. Listen to it.
I don't know why I like it so much.
I'm gonna have to listen to it.
You should. Also, these aren't goals. This is just me talking. This is not a goals. This is just me literally.
Your bucket list. Listen to music, your traditions.
My bucket list is also, I consider, have you seen the movie Journey to Bethlehem? It's a musical about, like, Jesus' birth.
I love anything musical.
It's so good. I listen to the soundtrack. I consider it Christmas music, but I low-key listen to it all year round, and I love it, and I've been listening to that. It brings me great joy, so I'm looking forward to that. Looking at Christmas lights, that's such a joy.
Are we doing like all of the ones that we're listing all at once and then?
Yes, because that's where my brain's going. Because I didn't prioritize them in my mind, so I said something, but I'm just like, oh, that's not good. I have to keep going.
Real. Keep going, queen.
But
I'm vibing.
Looking at Christmas lights, and I love my dad has a truck, and we like would get in the bed of the truck and like drive around looking at Christmas lights. That's really fun and cutesy. Christmas Eve service.
Always.
It's not a bucket. I'm gonna do it, but like I
love it.
Love candlelight service. I don't know. I really feel like I should have. Oh, so it's like it's kind of tradition, but not really. But my mom is like obsessed with Christmas t-shirts. She has like a whole rack full of Christmas t-shirts, and I don't usually wear them, but sometimes maybe I will this year. She loves Christmas earrings. She just loves like the December. Like you will not see her not wearing something Christmas.
I love that.
So my bucket list is to wear more of her Christmas stuff. That is an actual goal.
There you go.
Everything else is just me talking about things I like. That's an actual goal. Okay, I'm done.
I mean, a lot of ours are the same. I told
Christmas
Vlad that like my biggest thing for this Christmas season was really focusing on the traditions and like soaking up that intentional quality time. Like I genuinely don't care about gifts this year. I just want to have nights like how I had with my cousins. Like I want to have nights where like baking Christmas cookies, and I want to make sure that I get at least like 2 more nights to like bake Christmas cookies.
Real.
Because I also like I love sharing them with people. Like again, we've talked about this before where like I don't like to share the food that I am eating, but I love to share the things with people.
Real.
So if I make a ton of Christmas cookies, I want to give you some Christmas cookies. You can't have the one that I'm eating.
Right.
But, like, please take these 5 for yourself and go home.
Of course.
So, like, I literally, like, I gave my mom some Christmas cookies today. I had you try some. I gave some to my other friend at the gym this morning. Like, I just, like, and now I'm, like, empty and I'm, like, sad. But I'm also, like, I love giving to other people.
Yeah.
And, like, especially with the Christmas cookies, because I'm, like, I'm just bringing little drops of joy and sunshine.
Yeah, cookies can never go wrong.
No, and I told that I was, like, I just want to have nights where we watch our favorite Christmas movies and we drink hot chocolate and we eat our, like, you know what I mean? Like, we eat our cookies and it's just very intentional. Like, that to me is, like, better than a gift.
Under a heated blanket.
I'm telling you.
Sign me up.
Like, all of that is better than any gift that you could buy me. So, I really want to do that. Excuse me.
I've paid $14 million for freaking thousand.
I've yawned so many times this episode. I also really want to like make it a point to really go out and like go see Christmas lights. I feel like in the last couple of years it's like, oh, if we're driving and we happen to see some, like we gotta make some, but like I want to make it. And then my mom had sent me this thing that there's like a little like like, it's like a little trolley that, like, you take a group of people and it takes you around to go see Christmas lights. And she was like, wouldn't that be so fun to do with the family? And I was like, yes, like, that would be so much fun. So, like, we might try to do something like that. But, like, as a kid growing up, I can't remember if this is what we did every year. This is just how my little kid brain remembered it. Mm-hmm. But I always remembered we would go to Christmas Eve service, which is obviously something I always look forward to.
Of course.
And after Christmas Eve service, we would drive around to look at lights. And, like, we would listen to Christmas music and everything. And, like, I feel like maybe it was, like, a good way, like, to, like, kind of, like, start to get us wound down, like, and tired before the night, before Christmas, genius. Isn't it? Because, like, driving around in a car.
I would just not be able to sleep at Christmas. Like, I remember getting in bed, I was like... Like, dude, I literally, like,
as an adult,
I got maybe like 2 hours
can't
of sleep. That's so, Christmas is just, ugh.
I'm telling you.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Day.
Oh. I like Christmas Eve.
Do you?
I like the build up. Like, I like the anticipation. The Christmas Day, like, the whole time, like, it's really bad, but, like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's supposed to be over. Like, I'm just like...
Oh, you're just thinking about it ending too much. Yeah, no, like, I love, don't get me wrong, like, I love Christmas Eve, like... I want to bake cookies that morning, like, and I love
getting ready for Christmas Eve
for the service and everything.
Getting all your gifts, like excited to give it to them, like tomorrow. Like I just, it's literally, I would
definitely
sell that feeling. But like, in a bottle.
The feeling of waking up on Christmas morning is unmatched. Like I just love it. So I definitely am a day person, and I know some people that like celebrate Christmas on Christmas Eve. Like people like open their gifts on Christmas Eve.
See,
and I'm not about that. Like, then you just enjoy everything that you opened.
Yeah, no, not for me.
No, I don't like that.
I can do that later in the day. No,
yeah,
no offense.
But
I'm going to do it in the morning and then, like, that day.
But ever since I was a kid, I've never been able to sleep. I've literally...
No, real.
As an adult, I have, like, taken NyQuil, like, to force me to sleep. I still can't sleep. I think it's been something that, like, my body has learned over the years where like I'm just so happy and excited and giddy, because even if like I'm not experiencing the same kind of Christmases as I was when I was a kid, I still love giving the gifts that I got, and I still just love it.
No, that's real. No, I remember, it's so funny though, because I feel like nowadays I'm like even like more excited to wake up than I was when I was a kid. I don't know. I was obviously excited when I was a kid, but I remember my sister was always more excited. She woke me up every Christmas.
I did that to my brother.
Yeah, she woke me up every Christmas, but it's so funny though, because we couldn't obviously open anything until our parents were awake.
Yep.
So she would, this is such a vivid memory for me. This is the most memorable Christmas for me. I don't know why, but she woke me up, but it was like an hour before our parents were going to wake up, and like we weren't allowed to wake them up until a certain time.
Yep, us too.
So she put a Yule log on like my TV, and we were just sitting in silence in my room waiting for them to wake up.
That sounds like something I would do. Every year so I would wake up my brother, and it would be like, sometimes it would be like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, no, that's insane. Actually, I don't know. It could have been with Brianna. I don't remember.
Like it was so early. Because I was just so jazzed, and I would like wake up, and I remember it. I would wake up, and like I would like sneak around the corner, and there was just I'm telling you, the Christmas tree glowed differently.
No, like
it glowed differently, and you would see the presents under the tree, and I just like the excitement, the joy that I would feel, and I would go and I would sneak to where the cookies and the milk were, everything. This is becoming a full-on Christmas episode. Whatever.
I know.
Whatever. And I would like see like what Santa like left or anything like that, and I would go and wake up my brother and I'd be like, Noah, like Santa came. And like he would go out and he'd be like, what? Like he was always so much more tired than I am.
It's so funny.
Which is funny because it still like matches our personalities today. But my parents were genius. So I think they made us wait to wake them up until like 6 or 7 a.m., which honestly, they're troopers because that's so early. That's so early. And my dad is an early riser like I normally am. My mom and my brother have always been like, they're not morning people. They like to sleep.
Yeah.
And so they would make us wait. And what they started, something that they allowed us to do was we had mini Christmas trees in our own rooms. So we would have our own little mini Christmas trees, and Santa would always leave one present underneath the mini tree, and that present we were allowed to open before they woke up.
That's so
it was like it would like hold us over. And I remember one year specifically, I like fell asleep. We had a dark brown leather couch, and I fell asleep. and I was just staring at the time on the cable box, and
waiting.
I would just stay there and just wait. And then the moment that clock hit 6 or 7 a.m., whatever time it was, I was going into their room. And I was like, Santa has came. Get up.
Yeah.
But so I'm just like, I'm just looking forward to the traditions of it all. Right. And like, again, just trying to be intentional and soak it all in, and like looking at the lights and everything, and baking lots of cookies.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I would love to go to like one ugly sweater party. I don't know if that one's actually going to happen this year. I feel like because of the storms, like people just haven't been gathering or having people over as much because
just chaos.
There was just so much chaos, and some people just still aren't put back together. But I literally have like a couple ugly Christmas sweaters that I bought on sale last year specifically for this year, because I felt like there were so many events last year that I went to that were ugly sweater, and now this year it's like none is happening. You just have
these sweaters now,
and I'm like, and then part of me wants to like donate them or get rid of them, and I'm like, but then watch, like the next year I'm gonna need them.
Right, you just gotta keep
so them. Frustrating.
That's so funny. No, I was thinking more bucket list related. Because I know we were talking about like Thanksgiving food and stuff last episode, and thinking of like Christmas food. There's not many like Christmas foods, but something I do want to do that's like on my bucket list is I want to like bake, like obviously like cookies and stuff. Like I just want to like bake like Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
Cause like I feel like that just makes things feel like holiday. I think it might be too because my mom always like did that for holidays. Like she would make like chocolates. Like she was just very much like baking for holidays. Whether it's like even Halloween, Christmas, whatever. So I want to do more of that with her. I feel like that'll be really fun.
I love that. Yeah. I'm also really excited. I've been planning on going to the school's Christmas recital to go see my kids. That's gonna be on my bucket list to see them. I'll be a blubbering emotional mess, I'm sure, but I'm really excited to see them and just hopefully maybe surprise some of them.
Yeah.
And go, but if they even recognize me.
They're like, who is this
girl?
Are you?
No. And I'm so bummed, you know what? Because the one Christmas party that I was invited to was from my gym, and I can't go, but for a high tide reason, because I'm going to Disney with friends, and it's going to be decorated for Christmas. Which is going to be super fun. So that's a big bucket list item.
That's going to be amazing.
Which, if this is coming out in the first week of December, we're going on. It's either the 7th or the 12th. I keep getting the dates mixed up. But we're going soon.
Like the first or second weekend, yeah.
We're going to Animal Kingdom, so I'm super excited.
Oh, I love. Have you been to Animal Kingdom?
I have, but not since I was in middle school.
Oh, so you need a little refresher because they're updating things.
I'm telling you,
so updated.
But I don't remember seeing it. I don't know if I've been to Disney in Christmas. Well.
Oh, during Christmas time?
I believe, yeah, I did though.
They decorate pretty early. Like I think it's literally like they do it the night, like November 1st.
No, I think I was
right?
there. I was there last year during Christmas time. I guess I just don't remember. So I'm excited. I'm excited to go, and then maybe hopefully actually remember the decor this time.
That's so funny.
But yeah, I feel like that sums up like my biggest. I think for both of us, we're just on the same page of just intentional quality time.
That's good. Yeah. Intentional, just enjoying the season, because I already know it's gonna pass by fast, so I want to like stop, smell the roses, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Stop and like just enjoy every second, because it's so nice. Like how lucky are we that it's every year too, you know?
I know.
Like I've lived through 19 Christmases, about through 19 Christmases. You lived through 25 Christmases.
That's a lot.
So fun.
25 and counting.
And counting.
Right,
19 and counting.
Well, we definitely want to hear about what your Christmas bucket list items are.
Yes.
Like things that you would want to do.
I was going to say, maybe the more bucket list.
Oh,
just,
I would like to go ice skating.
Yes.
You're a hockey girl.
I love ice skating. I'm really bad at it. I've only been like once in middle school.
We should go together.
Please. I feel like you're going to show me up though, and I'm going to be like literally falling on my butt, and you're like,
I can ice skate, but
I'm screwed.
But I'm not like super good. I only know how because I know how to rollerblade, and like so that
it's similar.
It's similar.
I've roller skated, not rollerbladed.
It lights up my ankles though, man. It's crazy.
Oh, I don't know how hockey players do it.
Oh, I mean, they're wearing a lot nicer stuff than the rental boots that we're getting.
I mean, obviously, but still, that's
but yeah, no, it's still a lot.
It's rough. I remember last time I went ice skating, I wore like the tiniest like no-show socks. My mom was so mad at me. She was like, "Girl, why would you wear those socks?" It's like, I don't know. So she traded socks with me. She's a real one.
Oof, that is real.
She had like these thick fuzzy socks too. I was like, yes, put those on my feet. And thank you. Mm-hmm. She had to use my crappy no-show socks. Anyways.
I also need to make sure that I drink eggnog this season. Haven't drank any yet. I don't see you being an eggnog person.
No.
I love
I don't
eggnog.
like eggs. I don't like thick drink beverages. I don't like
so good, so yummy.
Anything related. But no, yeah, definitely ice skating. That'll be really fun.
I agree, man.
This stuff in general.
Listen,
anything that you'd see in a Hallmark movie, I want to do.
That's real. Like, I want to learn how to be an elf.
Final answer.
Like, I want to learn how to make toys.
Become an elf. That's our goal. ATC's goal. Become
an elf. That's my goal.
Me too, girl.
I would be like Buddy the Elf and with my height, just towering over everyone.
Oh, well. Me too.
Anyway, guys, we definitely want to hear what your bucket list items are. If you have listened to this all the way through.
Man.
You are real, because I know I'm not my normal peppy self.
I don't think I'm going to remember this episode. Like I'm not gonna remember this episode. Like sometimes,
no, I'm so tired.
When we have an episode
like,
coming out, I'm like, oh, I remember some of that. No,
I'm not gonna remember.
I feel like I'm gonna dream. I'm gonna tan dream right now.
This is a fever dream.
Very much.
I'm so deliriously tired.
I'm so tired.
There's no way.
I have such a long night ahead of me too. This is gonna be crazy.
There's no way this is good content.
I feel like we're gonna listen to this and be like, what?
Why did we upload that?
Sorry, guys. They're not all winners.
Listen. Every episode can't be a banger.
Yeah, guys. Even... I was going to say something.
What?
I was going to say even roses have their thorns, but I don't think that's right. Like, I
get the vision. Like, we're doing this so that if anyone ever makes you rank your least favorite episodes, and it's so hard for you to choose your least favorite episodes, we're giving you this one, and then the other one that has the ticking sound in it the whole time.
Like, we're helping you out.
We still owe you one bad episode, so you can have your bottom 3. It's just so hard for us to make bad episodes because we're so amazing. You know what I mean? But this one, it being 12:30 at night is
oh my gosh,
it's doing it, and I really want to go to sleep. And
I think I could fall asleep right here on my own.
I could 100% knock out. And you know what's funny is that Vlad probably would not come in to like notice until like 4 a.m. Like,
you girl,
you guys still recording? Episode 4 of the night.
I know, but I think we're just really committed tonight. Like, we're knocking all of December out.
No, honestly, the realest part is that he would be asleep out there on that couch. So all 3 of us would just be knocked out until someone finally wakes up and realizes what happened.
What time is it?
It's like 4 a.m.
4 a.m. I gotta go home. I'll see you guys in 5 hours to go to church.
Literally.
Right.
Okay, you guys.
Anywho.
We love you so much. Again, you're a real one if you've listened to this all the way, because this is wild. I don't even remember what I've said in the episode now.
No, so I'm saying I'm not going to remember. No, I know.
Alright, guys. We love you so much.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.